and welcome to tonight's episode of Expedition Dogman. My name's Jamie, and I'll be your host for this evening. Just a couple of little bits of admin before we get underway. I'd like to ask you to please comment, subscribe, and please like and share this video. I do appreciate everybody who's subscribed so far, so thank you very much. But please, I've noticed that over 73% of you are still not subscribed to the channel. So if you like this content and want it to keep going, do me a favour and just hit that little like button, also the subscription button, and also a notification bell, as this will allow you to know when the video is uploaded. Anyway, now that I've taken far too much of your time up, let's get on with tonight's episode. A couple of weeks back, we talked about the traits and the behaviours of a dogman. There was a few little bits that I missed out, so I thought, well, why not? Let's quickly talk about these tonight. The first one, it's a strange one, this one. What attracts a dogman to the spots where they turn up? Well, people have mentioned that they're attracted to cologne, tobacco, and all weird, strange smells. And why is this? Well, for me personally, we need to look at the alpha male apex predator side of the dogman. They are drawn in to smells. It's how they function. They use their noses for a hell of a lot of things. All we have to do really is look at the case of the LBL. I'm not going to go into a great detail on this one, because just before Christmas we will cover this particular topic. Now, why are they drawn in by cologne and smells? Well, like I've already mentioned, it's the alpha male instinct, and it's sort of a sexual thing if you think about it. As humans, we are drawn in by the smell of aftershave, the smell of antiperspirants, things like that. It's how we find mates. Now, with a dogman, it works totally the opposite way around. They are not interested in mating with us, thankfully, but they are very much interested in eating us, and to smell cologne, tobacco, and things like that, they would find us a threat. And this is why they generally chase us off, or in some cases, they kill. Now, another thing I missed out was the fact of the matter, why do they hide in trees? Well, it's so they can spot surrounding areas. Also, why do they like to chase us? Well, as we've already mentioned, they're very territorial creatures. And if we implement ourselves onto their territory, then they're going to defend it. But is it a case of we're interfering with their way of life, or are they just trying to keep out of our way? Only time will tell on that one, I suppose. But as well, they are very much like normal wolves. They live in packs. So this moves me on to our second point of the evening. Do they live in clans? Well, yes, they do. They generally travel in clans, and it's not the first dogman that you see that you have to worry about. It's others. There is always others around, and they hunt us in packs. I keep referring to us as humans, because that's exactly what they like to hunt. But why? Well, we mentioned this in Dogman Government Cover-Up. Please do check that out if you've got the time. But they like to hunt us. They see us as a threat to their existence. As we know, humans are very gun-happy creatures. It's horrible to think, but we are. So they travel in clans, and I think that aspect is similar to how a normal wolf behaves. It's safety in numbers. They rise and they act as one. There is many incidents and many reports out there of how dogmen like to travel in packs, and when they're hunting or chasing people off, there's usually more than one of them. As we all know, and as we have talked about on many different occasions on this channel, they are very super smart creatures, and they are very hyper intelligent. But the question is, do they remember? Do they remember the people who shoot them? There is many people who would suggest that yes, this is the case, and they will actually seek out the people who've wronged them and hunt them down. I'm not 100% sure on this one, A little bit more research needs to be done on that, but there is evidence out there to suggest that this is the case, and to be honest, it's quite terrifying to think that it actually is the case. Moving forward, juvenile dogmen. I haven't brought this up as of yet, but I feel this does need to be addressed. It goes back to the point we've been making for time and time and time again on Expedition Dogman, that these creatures are flesh and blood. Well, I do believe that to be the case, because otherwise, how could they have survived since the dawn of time unless they are breeding? Do they have specific grounds? Well, yeah, they actually do. Because if we go back to what Cisco said, it's a case of they migrate, they travel, and places like the LBL are breeding grounds for these creatures, and there is many reports out there stating to the fact that there is pups and juvenile dogmen walking around. But I'd be interested to hear what you think on that one. I'm sorry it's a short episode tonight, but I thought these few last points needed covering to tie up their traits and behaviours. And if any of you lot can think of any more traits and behaviours that these creatures have, please do share them in the comment section down below. And until next time, my fairy friends, be aware of what goes bump in the night, and be aware of the howl.